Hello to the beautiful Cancer out there. This is Brandon with Aug7 here to bring you your weekly energetic reading for July 31st through August 7th. It's in full Leo season right now, so I hope that energy is working out for you beauties out there. I know you're just coming out of your birthday month, so a belated happy birthday to you all. But also I hope that this Leo energy has been working out for you thus far. We're coming to the end of a retrograde season with the Mercury retrograde coming to a close. We are done with the most intensive part of it, but just keep in mind that there is a shadow aspect to it as well. So we're not exactly in the clear, but it's not going to be the same thing as when it was in full swing, okay? And already, during the shuffle of cards has already popped out, so it looks like we're ready to get into it. I hope the week is going good so far. If you got to peep the Weekend Vibes video for the last weekend, I hope that worked out for you. And I hope you had a fantastic weekend leading into an even better week. But yes, let's get into the reading, okay? Since it's already started, my beautiful Cancers out there, let's make sure that we're tending to our physical health. We're coming into this week with grounding energy. Maybe you've been feeling a bit floaty and flights of fancy, and I know that's a lot of F's, but I'm working on my alliteration, so there that is. But you know, jokes aside, let's make sure that we're tending to our physical selves, because it's not just about working on the mind and the soul, it's also about the body as well. You want every room in your house to be presentable. You want every room to feel appealing. You want every room to feel comfortable. You want every aspect of yourself to be something that you can look at and smile, okay? And a major part of that is getting physical in some way, shape, or form. Even if it's just, for 5 or 10 minutes a day, getting up and just doing the electric slide or whatever for a second or a spell. You don't have to get out there and work out for an hour and get to pump the iron and feel the burn or any of that crap. You just have to get moving for a little bit, and in a way that makes your heart accelerate, that makes you feel like you're getting busy. You know what I'm saying? And that's not like if you can find a way to get that bounce chicka wow wow on, then yeah, go ahead and get physical in the way that you can, because that's a great workout as well. Don't let anybody tell you different. But when it's coming from a good source, it's a good workout anyway. But all raunchy jokes aside, we want to make sure that we're tending to our physical health, be that maybe trying a new diet or trying a new way to get ourselves physical, okay? It's going to work out for you as long as you try it, all right? Also, for my beautiful Cancerian, we're going to make sure that we're still honing that throat chakra energy. You're going to want to mentally think about what it is that you're saying out there into the world, because whether you know it or not, most Cancers are powerful manifestors. They don't have to try to bring something into their life. It just will. So let's make sure that we're tending to the garden full step, and making sure that we're not just speaking word vomit out there into the world. We don't just want to say something because we feel we have the need to be right. Sometimes it's better to be still and reserved. You know what I mean? But we want to make sure that when we do communicate, we're using our self-expression in a way that is nurturing, in a way that is exchange, and not just telling somebody like it is and giving them the business, okay? We want to make sure that we're communicating in a way that provides to whoever it is that we're communicating with, and doesn't take anything away from them, doesn't attempt to destroy them, because that's not what this is about. What it's about is speaking the same amount of energy that you want back into your own life. You have to think sometimes, if somebody came at me like that, would I be okay with it? Would I want somebody to communicate with me in that way, shape, or form? You have to think about this and really apply it to your own self sometimes, to really understand what it is you're putting out there sometimes, is to reflect it right back and say, would I be cool with that? But yes, you want to speak love into the world, so that way you get it right back. And also, for the beautiful, beautiful Cancerian out there, we're gonna pay attention to what brings us joy into this world. And pleasure is not just about having a fun night, okay? Pleasure is not just about the next day or so. You want to bring things into your life that are going to be pleasing in the long run. Something that you can do every single day and it doesn't make you feel like crap the next day. I'm not saying don't go out there and party. Everybody likes to have a good loose night every once in a while, but you don't have to make that your life's ambition. is just to have a good time at a party, or to be the party, or to party it up. You know, you don't have to do that all the time to have a good time. It's not the only place that can happen. But just make sure that you're paying attention to whatever it is that actually pleases you. Things you want to have pleasures that nourish you. You want to, you know, have a daiquiri or something out on a patio just because the view is nice. That's long-term fulfillment, because that view isn't going anywhere and you can enjoy it at any time. The daiquiri is just a icing on the cake. It's a fringe benefit. So let's start applying ourselves to the pleasures that are going to fulfill us in the long run, and not just good for now, because that can lead to overindulgence, okay? Also, for my beautiful Cancerian, let's make sure that we're nurturing the relationships in our life. It can sometimes feel like a struggle with people to maintain relationships, but that's more has to do with ego, and we have to let go of what it is that we define ourselves as, because a lot of times that's the ego speaking, you know. And there's no way to completely get rid of it. You need your ego to a certain extent, because your ego is at a really lower level. It is what defines you. It is where you've been, who you've been. But what this new energy that's swirling about right now is trying to do to you, Cancer, is make you define yourself in a new way. Make you take what it means to be Cancer in the 21st century and add a new page into that book. There's a book that's been written since the beginning of time that is begging for new chapters, and it's asking us as individuals to insert our own prose into the greater story. So be mindful of your relationships, okay? You want your relationships to be nourishment. You want it to be nutritious to your spiritual life. You don't want to be a part of anything that brings you down, something that makes you feel argumentative or panic-stricken. You want to have relationships that provide you with heart chakra energy, that provide you with mind chakra energy, that ground you into the earth around you. Okay? And also, my babies, my beautiful Cancerian babies, let's make sure that we're allowing that divine guidance. When it comes to these chakras here, the root chakra, the sacral, the solar, the heart, the throat, and the mind, we bring these into alignment. But the crown energy, the color of this card, that universal divine guidance, that comes from the crown. That's the one chakra that we don't have to do so much work on. After we spend so much time working on the rest of them, the universe is like, you know what? I'll take this one. You can just kick back, relax, and enjoy the flow. But that's what the crown energy is. That's what divine consciousness is that's the part of you that you don't have to work hard for. It's already there. When you meditate, you should be doing whatever it is that you do to meditate. If you get into this position, then imagine yourself in that position. If you stand up doing a salute when you meditate, imagine yourself doing that, but imagine yourself with a beautiful crown of light sitting on top of your head. And make it extravagant. Make it look like something that your neck shouldn't be able to carry, okay? But make sure that you see it there and acknowledge its power, and acknowledge that it is a physical part of you. It is part of your presence. And when you close your eyes and you see yourself with this divine crown on, when you inhale, imagine light coursing through your body on the inhale. And on the exhale, imagine that you're getting rid of any noxious, poisonous things within you that you want to get rid of. You're just blowing it out. And that's a great way to meditate and to acknowledge your own crown existence, and to start pouring in that universal source consciousness directly into your third eye. Okay? But don't miss out on your guidance trying to be stubborn and feel like you know it all, you've known it all, and you've seen it all. That's not what this is about. even us YouTubers that you see on here, we sound like we know everything and we've done all this work and we're done. But no, we're constantly working on ourselves too. We're constantly redesigning what you saw in the last video so that we can present ourselves in a much clearer way, or a much better way, or a much more divine way than we were before. The work is never done. You should always be working to attain a higher self than what you were the previous day. Okay? And also, my beautiful Cancers, let's be mindful of what we're investing in. Let's be mindful of our finances. Like I said, the pleasures that we should be trying to attain in life shouldn't be so short-sighted. It shouldn't just be, oh, I'm going to spend such and such in one night because that's what it takes for me to enjoy that night. That's not long-form thinking. That's actually very, very short-winded in the grand scheme of things. But be mindful of your finances, Cancer, so that way you're not overindulging in anything that is not serving your higher self. But that also might speak to generosity as well. If you can give back, then you should. I mean, philanthropic work is not necessarily breaking your bank to provide to everyone else. It's just doing what you can when you can do it. Okay? And that might not just be in a financial form. That might be in a heart chakra form as well. There's generosity to be given in that way as well. So just be mindful of your finances, okay, Cancer? That way you're not losing out on what you're supposed to be investing in when it comes time to do that, okay? But also, for my beautiful Cancerian out there, let's make sure that we're rediscovering what it means to be happy again. That's what this inner child energy is all about. And I know it's been hard out there. I know it's not easy dealing with the new wave of energy that's out there right now. Why? Because it's challenging what it really means for us to be us, for us to say who it is that we are. It's saying for you to redefine what you mean to you. But part of that is rediscovering that happiness that you had when you were a kid, rediscovering that unconditional wonderment that you had as a child. Because a lot of that unconditional stuff applied to your love as well. When you're a kid, you just want to feel loved. And anything that gives you that wonderful feeling of love, you don't care what it looks like. You just want to get it. You want to receive it and give it right back. So don't exist in this state of adultedness that doesn't allow you to just smile and be goofy occasionally. Be a kid sometimes. Be a big kid. Enjoy life again. It's not all about adulting up and doing this so that you can satisfy somebody else's vision of you. Rediscover what it is that makes you happy about yourself. And that's going to take you far, especially in the week coming up. Okay? And I'm going to pull one more because I pulled that from the top, but the last card I usually pull from the bottom. So we're going to pull one more for the beautiful Cancer. And it looks like we're going to stay in solar energy. Let's make sure that we're setting our boundaries appropriately. Let's make sure that we're keeping our mind window open so that we allow that divine consciousness in so that it can even set the boundaries for you. Like the universe isn't going to put you in a bad way. It may teach you some harsh lessons sometimes, but it's never going to present something to you that is going to destroy you. And if it does, it's going to build you right back up. But when it comes to our personal lives, we have to make sure that we're not allowing anybody to take advantage of our good energies, of the energies that we put out there for positivity. We want to make sure that nobody is taking advantage of that. The only people who should be are the people who need it, the people who deserve it, the people who are giving it back as much as they're taking from it. If they come eat out the garden, they're stepping over there and they're planting a seed as well so that something else grows there. They're making offering. They're making their own sacrifice. They're providing something to the table as well as maybe taking a bit from it. Those are the people that you want in your life. Those who give and give back. Or receive and give back. Okay, I'm sorry I said that wrong. But yes, continue to make sure that you're monitoring your walls, making sure they're not up so high that you're not enjoying life, that you can't rediscover your inner child because you're not out there playing. Let's make sure that we're not doing that, setting walls that we can't climb. But let's make sure that we're not allowing anything into the garden that's going to tear away our harvest, that's going to prevent the feast that we want to have with our loved ones, with our soul tribe. You understand? But that's all I have for you for right now, Cancer. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week. I'll be talking to you guys again when we get to the weekend vibes. But until then, please continue to take care of yourself, especially your physical health, all right? Let's make sure we're not getting lethargic and lazy about any aspect of ourselves. If you're doing the third eye work, if you're doing the crown work, the throat work, and the heart chakra work, let's make sure that we're taking care of our outer shell as well, so that when somebody steps up to the temple, they want to come in. All right? But I love you guys. Continue to take care of yourselves as you have been. Take care of everybody else as much as you can. And I'll speak with you soon. I love you immensely. Peace and namaste.